Speaking of 1914, 1914 was part of the 1913-1914 snow season, and got a record up in Wellsburg reporting over 85 inches of snow in the winter of 1913-1914. And you can see not only was it also very snowy, but also some very cold air masses attacking the area. 8 degrees below zero on this day back in 1972, and or I should say 1914, the record high 72 degrees back in 1961. Well, we'll move on, see what we have in terms of interesting things to talk about. Yes, winter weather advisory up to the north, and then further to the north, winter storm watches, and in our area, it's flood watch time. And it's in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We are expecting to pick up a quick inch to an inch and a half of rain between now and sunrise tomorrow. That will cause some creeks, streams, and small rivers to flow over their banks temporarily. And we'll keep that in mind. Now we'll move on. Temperatures. Well, as expected, we have warmed up. We got up to about 43 at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. Now winds are beginning to blow more out of the northeast from Cambridge to Steubenville all the way up into northern Ohio. And as the low pressure develops and strengthens, the winds coming in from the north and northeast will increase. And we're expecting to be downright windy around here tomorrow, especially as that low passes to the north and east of our area. We were up to 43, and we're now down to 42 at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. You can see the warm spots down in Morgantown with about 50 degrees. Winds are very light at about 1 to 6 miles an hour, generally out of the north and northeast. Now, there was some little bit of a winter weather mix early this morning, about 4, 5, 6 a.m. You can see the pink in the area. And we've just had a few spotty showers so far, but look at this massive moisture that's getting ready to move in our direction. We'll show you a wider view. There we go, and there is a wider view of the satellite and the radar. Tornado watches out there for parts of Arkansas, stretching back into, looks like eastern parts of Texas. So the system is just beginning to wind up. And in terms of accumulated snows, it looks like they're going to track from Chicago up to maybe Cleveland, over to Buffalo, and up into northern New York and New England. And there are the thermometer readings. Oh, Brownsville, Texas at 85 degrees. 80 in Dallas, Texas, looking pretty good. 83 New Orleans, 78 Miami, 70 in Atlanta, and 74 in Atlanta, Memphis. So the southern third definitely looked like spring. The northern west and the northern third looks definitely like a winter. Look at that. 0 degrees right now. Minot, North Dakota, 1 degree. And Billings, Montana, 3 in Rapid City. We've got 8 in International Falls, 6 in Kalispell, Montana. And then a bit of a warm-up right in our area, but that's not going to last too long. Wow, look at all the colors on the map there. Those red boxes indicate counties that are under tornado watches at this point. The light blue indicates wind advisories coming in the near future. The light green shows the flood watches, and they stretch from southern New England all the way back down to the boot heel of Missouri. And then the bright white show winter storm warnings from parts of Kansas, Missouri, into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, northwestern Pennsylvania, northern half of New York, and interior locations of New England. Lots of colors because it's a big storm. Now, it's still getting organized here. We are getting moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, and this puppy's going to really drop a lot of rain here overnight. In fact, we'll go to Predictor. Predictor showing by 4 p.m. that the low-pressure system should be near Memphis, Tennessee. We put it into motion, and by tomorrow morning, it looks like the low will be passing possibly just to the east of the area. And the yellow indicates some soaking rains. The pink is indicating of getting ready to change over to snow. And then you go further to the north and west, it's all snow. By 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it looks like all of us will be getting a little bit of snow. Not expecting a major accumulation by any stretch of the imagination, but enough to coat the ground to remind us that, yes, we are still indeed in the winter season. Then we move on. High pressure kind of hangs over the area. Saturday's looking better than Sunday. Well, why do you say that? Well, because another storm system will be moving our way. And here we are Monday morning, soaking rains. The yellow indicates some pretty heavy stuff. And as we go through Monday into the afternoon and evening, it looks like the low moves out rather quickly, but does dump a lot of rain Sunday night into Monday. Say midnight Sunday to noon on Monday seems to be the best chance for soaking rains. And then as we get into Tuesday, it looks like cool Canadian high pressure will settle over the area. And then Tuesday, no problems down. So we got two big, mostly rainmakers coming. First one starts tonight, it ends tomorrow morning. Then we get a little bit of snow on the back end. Saturday looks a lot better. Sunday starts dry, but then another round of heavy rain, soaking rains, late Sunday into early Monday. Then we might change over to a few snowflakes late Monday into the early morning hours of Tuesday. And then it looks like tranquil, not bad, slightly cooler than average, drier than average conditions coming for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So everything looks fine, right? Well, not necessarily. Small creeks and streams will have troubles tomorrow morning. Small creeks and streams will have trouble on Monday morning. What about the Ohio River? Well, the Ohio River will be rising as we move through the weekend. Just from this system alone is going to bring the river, estimated at this point, it's always an estimate, 33 feet at Wheeling Saturday evening. That's with the first low. Now the second one comes through, could dump even more rain, and still way high up there, upper basins of the Monongahela and upper basins of the Youghiogheny could be still snow that when this rain hits will make more snow melt added to the rain that falls. So there is a possibility if we have flooding on the Ohio River, it'll likely occur Tuesday night, Wednesday. That's when I think we might have the chance for some flooding along the Ohio River. So just keep that in mind. Not a pleasant thought. Probably one of the worst weather disasters we can get around here is a flood. My microphone is a little messed up here. Okay, well, that's it for now.